Janet. I mentioned about 2 hours ago, a lot of excitement and maybe a little relief seeing your name come across that board.
Yeah, I think a lot of emotions from a lot of different people. You know, certainly excitement for the underclassmen, relief for the seniors, and a little bit of both from me. You know, it's been a roller coaster of a season and a lot of positive things and some really tough times. And to get a new life, to wipe the slate clean and say, you got a chance in the NCAA tournament, you know, that's what everybody hopes for. And, you know, we're excited to see our name, and we're excited to get after it and to have this team with a sort of a new life. And we're going to make the most of it.
What have the last 5 days been like, you know, since you were eliminated from the Big Ten tournament and just kind of waiting to see what happens?
I will be extremely honest, absolute torture. You know, you look at things and then you try not to look at things because there's so many people out there with opinions about who should be in and who shouldn't. And, you know, you ride that roller coaster ride every day. And just waiting for news and, you know, it's not, I told the underclassmen, please don't ever put me in this situation ever again.
8 Big Ten teams get into the field this year, and I think the most ever, and just talk about what that shows about the strength of the conference.
I think the most ever, and the first time that the Big Ten has more teams in the NCAA tournament than any other conference. And I think it says a lot about the quality of this conference. And you look at the results throughout the whole season, and there's a lot of parity in this conference. There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of coaches doing great things. And you know, you can't say enough about what the Big Ten conference and the strides that it has made towards being a national soccer powerhouse conference, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be a part of this conference, and as it grows, and you know, with the Big Ten Network, it's just an exciting time to be a women's soccer program in the Big Ten Conference.
Sounds like Saturday at 3 Central Time for the game against Washington State. Just kind of walk us through the week that you'll have planned for your team.
Yeah, you know, I think we got to go do a little bit of research. You know, certainly for the staff, it's you know, what can we find out about Washington State? You know, for this team, it's to get them physically and mentally in the right state. And you know, part of that will be adjusting our sleep cycles just a little bit. Part of that will be making some tactical adjustments for what we can find out. But most of it will be about getting their bodies and their minds ready to go.
And just talk about the health of the team. Of course, Vanessa's been coming back gradually. She played 70 minutes last time out. Everybody should be ready to go, it looks like.
Yeah, I think, you know, except for Hope in the collarbone, you know, we've got a full slate of players. And, you know, I think every day we've seen Vanessa play, she's getting better and better. And I think in the second half against Indiana, you saw her gain her confidence in herself, in her leg, and even a little bit in her fitness level as she stretched her way through that 45 minutes. But again, you know, that 45 minutes is going to help her with her fitness level, and she's got a week for her body now to adjust to that. And, you know, we're going in there, I think, with the best team we've had since midway through the season. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what this team is ready to do with that going for it.
Certainly no way to know for sure, but you've been involved with women's college soccer for quite a while, and you've seen a lot of these tournament selections. Do you think Vanessa's being injured and then coming back had an impact on your selection?
You know, it's so hard to tell because, you know, even that's why the last 5 days were tortures, because depending on what you looked at, you know, if you looked at the teams around us in the RPI and depending on how much weight you put on it, we were one of the few teams in that 10 to 15 team range with wins in the top 25. So if that was the deciding factor, then it helped us. You know, if you looked at just number of wins, somebody else would. So, you know, I think when it all gets down to it, unless you're in that war room, you don't know what the deciding factor was. Certainly, you know, Vanessa being healthy is a factor for us. Whether that was a factor for the committee or not, who knows? You know, and I think only they can answer that question.